Hello, guys. Hello. It's been about a week since I've been with you guys. Just to clear up anything, I've not had a strike. I've been able to come on. I've just been down with the flu. Um, a medical professional diagnosed me with the flu. It is the first time I've had the flu in 18 years. I actually started feeling better yesterday, and I'm feeling pretty good today. Um, uh, just give you guys an update. I'm still going to smoke my cigarettes, and I'm going to drink my pop because that hasn't affected anything. My channel is still as it was before. Hello, Wayne. How are you? It's good to see you. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to say hi, everyone, right now. And that way, did my eyebrows hurt? No, not really. Pretty much everything but my eyebrows hurt. Hello, Angelina. Trouble is Pat. Lara, hello. Uh, Feeling a lot better today. Like I said earlier, a medical professional diagnosed me with the flu. However, there are YouTube creators that have diagnosed me as not having the flu, and also that schools were not closed in my area. Now, I'm sorry, I wiped my nose. Disclaimer right off the bat. Yeah, thank you, Stella. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, disclaimer, if I ever come on and say that I have just done a line of cocaine, I hope everybody realizes that that's just a joke. I have not really just done a line of cocaine. So, with that being said, sometimes I say things that are joking and are just simply for the hell of it. But everybody takes everything seriously and runs with it, and it turns into a great big shitstorm. And I don't give a shit about that. They can say what the hell ever they want. I don't care. And I hope you guys don't either. Now, the one thing I've been keeping up with while I've been sick, yeah, Don, the schools were closed in several counties in my area due to illness. And from what I heard, it was mostly the teachers. They didn't have enough teachers that, they were sick, and the teachers were calling out too. Um, that's from what I heard. Now, I know the school district my daughter goes to, they was out 4 days last week. I think they was off Monday, they went Tuesday, and then they closed for the rest of the week. In the county I live in, they did not close the schools. So that didn't affect me. But just, to let you guys know, the flu's pretty bad in this area. There's actually been a few deaths in this area from mainly um, infants, young children that has died, and older people. So the flu's pretty bad, and like I said, I've taken the flu shot since 2002, and this is the first time I have had the flu since I took the flu shot. Um, I'm not high. I don't. I'm not do drugs. I'm not an addict. I'm a former addict in recovery. And on the Super Bowl Sunday was actually 9 years. I celebrated of being off pills. Pills was my only addiction, and it affected my life tremendously. And thank God I'm not in that situation anymore. And just for everybody that says I'm always wearing the same shirt, this is actually a Red Sox pullover hoodie. It's a pullover. I wear it just about every day um, because it's warm, it's comfortable, it's lightweight. So it's not the same shirt every day. Also, I do not have lice in my beard. That was also a joke. Uh, I get so tickled at the shit I hear, and I hope you guys get tickled at it too because it's just utterly ridiculous. No, I'm not explaining myself. It's me. I just think it's I'm funny. Wayne Fain says almost nine. I'm also 9 years, almost 10 years sober. Our area was a bad one to live in when it came to prescription pills, and that is very true, Wayne. Um, I know the area you live in. You're about a couple hours away from me. I'm not going to say where you live, but we do live in the same area. And pills was they used to call I-75, which is the interstate next to my house that I pretty much go everywhere on. The congratulations, Just JoJo, 27 years. Wow, that is remarkable. Congratulations. Um, I know, Megan Lee. It is utterly ridiculous. I don't understand it. I wonder sometimes. Hello, Ange. I sent you a message saying I was going to go live. Hello, B. Shelligan. How are you? Yeah, it's been down several days actually, but I'm feeling pretty good. I know I look like shit. Some of you have already told me that, and I know I really do. I mean, I can obviously see myself in the camera, and I don't look. Of course, I never look great, but I am looking, I think, worse than I usually do. Anyways, but 13 years sober here from opioids, Allison Ray. Congratulations, that is awesome. Um, Anyone who can beat an addiction, I have a lot of respect for. I hate when people put down addicts and say they're no good. Megan says, I lost my ex and my best friend in high school to overdose. The opioid epidemic is real for many years before it had a label. That is 100% fact right there, Megan. Okay, B. Shelley, good night. Well, thank you, Don. That's very kind of you to say. Um, you know, people that recover from addictions, they rebuild, their family lives together. They go seek employment. They pay taxes, and isn't that what we want for people? I mean, it seems like when somebody finds out you're an addict. Well, thank you. It's me. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. Um, and everyone in the chat that's in recovery and has years, months, one day, it's great. Congratulations. It's not something easy to break. A lot of times it's a family, genetics. Well, thank you, Gebel the Rebel. And we help other addicts get clean, Allison Ray says. And Megan says recovery is something to be extremely proud of. I agree with both of those statements wholeheartedly. So true. I hate when people say, "Oh, you're an addict. You're always an addict." Not true. People repair things they've destroyed when they were an addiction, and they get a job and they pay taxes, and it just aggravates the hell out of me when somebody puts someone down in recovery. That's the last thing they need to hear is someone putting them down. So I'm going to try to be positive. I'm not going to fight back with attacks. That's not the kind of person I am. I've also pinned a post on my Facebook page asking people not to go to other channels, not to go to other pages, and attack anyone. Be kind to everyone. And people say, well, I'm responsible for this. I'm not responsible for anything anyone says except myself. I can't control what anyone says on YouTube. They're free to say what they want. It's the same with Facebook. I can ask them, but I can't make anyone not say anything. So if you blame me for a comment that's on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, then you're not really thinking the situation through. Because what am I going to do? Fly to their house and take their computer away from them? No. So it's just ridiculous. But the case I've been following while I've been sick was to actually, Angelina, I've been taking Advil. I take 4 of them at a time, which is 800 milligrams, which is like the prescription strength. If you get something from the doctor or something. Don't get me wrong. If they say something and you say something back, there's nothing wrong with that. I just ask that people don't go and just attack someone out of the blue for no reason. If you're standing up for yourself, standing up for me, standing up for someone else in the Moxley crew, have at it. You shouldn't back down from these people. They come out with accusations and they demand answers. And who are the hell are they to demand an answer from me? I don't know them shit. I'm not going to answer any questions. I've talked to the police. They've talked to me. If you, one thing that has come out when I was talking to the police, if you donate money to a channel, when you enjoy that channel, okay, you donate, that's your choice. Now, 2 months later, if you get pissed off and you hate that creator, oh, I want my money back. That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. You donated your money to support the channel, whether I bought a green screen or a new microphone and camera, okay? You donated to support the channel. You gave me permission to do with that money what I needed to do. I bought a microphone and a camera. Okay? So 2 months later, when you're pissed off, oh, I hate that creator. He's a con man. He's a thief. I want my money back. It doesn't work like that. What you do is from now on, you don't donate anymore. Okay? That's how it works. So, and I think PayPal has explained that to you. Also, I have been in contact with PayPal. So, I did not, I don't want it to be, someone says it's like asking for your money back on a losing scratch lottery ticket. That's true. If you go buy it in the store and you buy a lottery ticket and you scratch it and it's a loser, and you go in there and say, well, this ticket didn't win, I want my money back. It doesn't work like that. And I'm not trying to justify anything, guys. You guys have stood by me, and I think I owe it to you to say what's on my mind. And I'm going to say what's on my mind. And that's what's on my mind. People say, well, we couldn't see that Walmart receipt. Well, if you didn't trust me in the first place, why did you donate? I don't understand that. So, here's the thing. Everyone knows where I live. My address is out there. I don't care what anybody says. I release the messages from mail. Those are authentic. People say they're faked, changed. No, the reason they came out so long later was for the fact that I did not want to release them. I did not want to put that out there, but they would not shut up. They just blah 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 blah. So Ange took those messages and she put them on my Facebook page, showing where the real manipulation was. My former mods have said in messages that they were setting me up since November. And that's their words. So here's the thing: you can't say I'm a con man or scammed you, because when you liked the channel, you donated money to me, and 2 months later, I want my money back. The person named YouTube Lady, she says she wants her money back. She says she donated $90, but she sent it through somebody else. So I don't know if they took your money, but your first donation was only for 50 cents, and I can show that with my PayPal receipt if I need to. So at the time, you donated that money to support the channel because you like the channel. Okay. You no longer like the channel. So in the future, don't support the channel anymore. That's how it works. You can ask YouTube, you can ask PayPal, you can ask the police. And if you donate to someone and you don't trust them, that's stupid on your part, in my opinion. So that's what I got to say. And I might be saying this because I'm just getting over an illness, and I'm kind of grouchy. I'm kind of cranky. I'm a little bit cantankerous, and I apologize for that. But maybe it needs to be said. I seen yesterday, Cassius made a video to Jazz apologizing. Okay, when I made a video apologizing, that wasn't good enough. I should have sent an email. It's like everything I do is picked apart, put under a magnifying glass, a microscope, and it's just ridiculous. It's like, to me, I sit around and I think, who really gives a shit? And I've learned a lot from this, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I wrote this earlier. Live and let live. I did the parodies of AD because I really got humor out of, some of the stuff he done. I would maybe do a parody once a week, and then we would do other videos: anxiety, depression, substance abuse, other things. The people that are doing this to me, it's like I'm the only thing they have to make a video about, and that's really sad. Angelina, that's a very good question. Why did they? When I started my channel, I was green as the grass is in the spring, and I didn't know shit about YouTube. And like I said, people that's telling me to stop defending myself, I'm not defending myself. I'm a little bit cranky tonight. I'm just getting over sickness. So I'm just going to speak my mind. I should have done this a long time ago, and, stood up for myself a little bit more than I did. I trusted people. People said, hey, can I be a mod for your channel? I was green at the time. I said yes. I probably gave jobs to mods that probably shouldn't have been in the first place. And then Mel became the head mod. And apparently they had a chat going on Facebook that did not include me, I guess, where they were working out their smear campaign. And the only reason I can think of is you guys seeing the messages from Mel. I'm pretty sure that, she can say that it was a setup and her husband was sitting right there when she done it. But if you read the messages, and she even told you guys, I'm a single mom. How many times did she say that? And then come to find out what she was saying to me. Here's what happened, guys. They had access to my emails. They were supposed to be helping me answer my emails because so many were coming in. And what they done was took my personal information. Um, per, Now the pictures I shared with another female. Thank you, Allison Ray. Um, Let me put that up. Hold on, my mouse quit working. If I don't use it for a minute, it stops. Let me put that up on the screen. Please enjoy this non-refundable donation. Feel free to purchase groceries, pay a bill, or buy some pie. LOL. But it's no one's business. Alice Ray, thank you. I appreciate that. And that is 100% the truth. So, anyways, how many times did she tell you guys, I'm a single mom, I'm a nurse, I'm a single mom, and then come to find out the things she was saying to me? So, what I can figure is with her having access to my personal information, she's seen the messages between me and this other girl. Okay, so what happened was this other girl that I was having this adult conversation with, um, it broke off. It broke off mutually. She's in another country and I'm in another country. So she kind of went her way and I kind of went mine. I shared pictures with her. She shared pictures with me. Um, so, anyways, I don't know if she gets upset with me or not, but she goes to Mel for advice, not knowing Mel's feelings for me. So Mel tells her that I'm dangerous and to block me immediately, and that is when I think the campaign began. In my opinion, I don't know that for sure, but and a lot of people say, "Well, his story's changed 100 times." No, my story has evolved because at first I thought I was hacked, and the reason I thought that because I trusted my mods. I thought in no way. Thank you, Wayne Fain. He says, buy a $5 hooker for all I care. Don't have to explain yourself. We know the real deal. Wayne Fain, my fellow Kentuckian, thank you, um, sir. Um, or you might be a girl. There's a girl and a guy in the picture. So I don't know. You can tell me if you want to. I'm pretty sure you're a guy because we talk sometimes through chat. Um, so, anyways, with access to my emails and my personal stuff. Um, Gingy Me says I even offered to pay them back their money so they'd shut up about my sweet little Heidi's donations. Nobody wants money from someone who regrets giving it. Um, and all I got was crickets. Gingy Me, thank you so much for saying that. I've stayed in contact with you. You know what's going on. Um, I hope you trust what I tell you. Um, I'm not here to rip anyone off. I'm not. When I started, Cheryl AK, I just want to thank you. Um, She says, I come in here and hear my $5 hooker talk about timings. Cheryl AK, I just want to thank you. You went to the front lines in battle for me. It's me, Ange, Nicole R. So many of you that have just fought. Kelly, Sarah, all of you guys, and I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, and please forgive me, that have went to battle for me. You don't know how much that means for me. Um, well, Master of My Fate, if you want to message me, I can tell you why. Um, it's it's gotten complicated because of people claiming they want their money back. Um, so I can, if I don't just you, you know, Jerry. let me put this. She says, I didn't trust Mel from the get-go, but I kept my mouth closed when I should have said something sooner. I went to a different mod, and when the other mod said I could trust her and Mel, I knew then. Um, what I believe that Mel had they had a chat open that I wasn't included in, and I'll tell you this, guys. Cassius says that he knew that I was a Judas. Here's what I done. I'm be straight up honest with you guys. I opened a private chat between me, Cassius, and Sarah because I felt like I could trust those two. And Sarah, I still trust. She has stuck with me through this. She was the only mod that stayed. Um, I would like to say to Sweet Pea, I know she hates me, and that's fine. I understand it. You have your right to feel about me how you want. But I would like to explain, and you can go back and read the messages that's on my Facebook page where Mel sits there and says, um, we voted Sweet Pea out because she's never here. We need someone that's going to be in the chats. And, I told Mel she could be the head mod. You know, um, she could take care of all the other mods. And that way, it's like when you have a manager at a store. You don't, that way, like Chief to Indians, that way you don't have to contact everyone. I could contact Mel and she would be over all the mods. And it backfired on me. It blew up in my face, and it hurt me pretty bad. People say, "Oh, this Judas," what they can say whatever they want, but there was a couple of them that really hurt. I thought Cassius supported the channel 100%. What he's come out and said, and like I said something I really should not have said about him. I apologize for that. People say, "Well, you shouldn't," because he doesn't apologize. I'm not going to go to hell because I believe in God and I believe in eternity, and I'm not going to burn in hell over something I said. So I'm going to apologize for that. What he does is on him. He has to answer one day for what he's done, the same way we all have to answer for what we've done. And I pretty much don't know what else to say about that, but that's just the truth, and you can believe it, you cannot believe it. That's up to you. Um, so I don't know, guys. Some of you guys are just 100%. Uh, no, I ask you why, because they are doing this systematically, and I'm afraid it is happening to a big YouTuber. Angelina, the only thing I can think of is, my channel had 1,100 subscribers. It wasn't very big, but it had just got monetized. I was happy about that. I was proud about that. I mean, I said right from the get-go that I wanted to make my channel big and possibly make a living out of it. I said that from the get-go. Hello, Carol. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. And I had 1,100 subscribers, and then the story of Heidi came out. And people said, "Oh, he did that to blow his channel up." No, I did not. I had no idea that video would get 80,000 hits or views. I had no idea that I would gain 3,000 subscribers over that. I didn't know that. As I told you, I was green. I was green as hell. I'm learning now. Hell, I'm still green. I looked the other day. I bought this camera. I looked at the receipt and microphone on November 26th. So if you think about that, so when I bought this camera and microphone is the day I went to StreamYards and started doing my lives like I'm doing now. Where I can bring somebody on to talk. I can put up on the screen what you guys say. So I've only been doing that since November 26th. It might have been the 19th. I can't remember. I can go look, but it does. It's not. I mean, they'll probably make that into a big deal. 7 days, whatever. It's not a big deal. To me, it's not. I don't know why everything is under the microscope. I really don't care. Yeah, Cassius left too. 4 of them left. The only one that stayed was Sarah. I get accused of panting over Braun. I want to go back and see that. Megan says she gets accused of panting over Braun when I simply asked Cassius for any proof at all of the things people were saying about Braun, and it was nothing but crickets. Still great. Now, thank you, Megan. Honestly, Braun, so what if you did use it to help your channel? Isn't that what most people want to do? Grow their channel. No one other creator wouldn't have done the same thing. Ron, I'm telling you honestly, stop giving them any time on your channel. That's what they want. Some people just want the attention. I looked up all the X mods, no channels. Jealousy is evil. That's Allison Ray says, 1 Corinthians 15:33. Do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals. You could also say that one bad apple will spoil the barrel. That's true. I've commented on Cassius' videos too and get a buttload of people freaking out. LOL, don't care. Yeah, Wayne, I seen your comments on there, and like I said, a medical doctor, a licensed professional, diagnosed me with the flu. However, Cassius diagnosed me that I did not have the flu, and school was not out in my area. Now, how he knows that, I don't know. I mean, it's like this. Why would I put the time? Okay, this is completely another country. Why would I put the time in to going and looking up to seeing if a school district is really closed? I mean, what's the point of that? That's stupid. It's like, who gives a shit? It does not matter. It's all the sexting scandal. He's a con man. Really? You donated money to my channel. Some of you did it, and I didn't even ask you. Others, and here's another thing that I that's really getting that aggravates me about it. Hello, Nicole R. Thank you. I want to thank you personally, Nicole R. You've been a great supporter, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you guys. It's me. I mean, you know how much I think of you. Ange, I love you to death. We've talked about me coming over there and doing a holiday. And I forgot what I was saying. Oh, my mods say all I ever did was ask for this. Guys, I could go back and find it. It might take me a while because there is a lot of messages between me and the former mods. But there's a message where I ask them to stop posting the Patreon, PayPal links. They would post it like every 2 or 3 minutes. You guys remember that. And people were messaging me and complaining. And so I asked them, I was like, please don't post that as much as you've been posting it. So see, they go out and call me the con man after they posted my PayPal and Patreon every 2 or 3 minutes in the chat. So I just don't understand how they can say that, and then they say, oh well, we knew about the scamming and the conning, but we stayed. Really? So if that's the case, wouldn't you be accessories to that, right? And we only left when the sexting scandal came out. That's what they say. That doesn't make sense. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, but it is raining really hard here, and it's hitting the door. Can you guys hear that rain? I don't know. I was trying to be quiet a minute. And then they exposed my criminal record. And I came out with that myself. I don't have any felonies whatsoever. I have a concealed carry deadly weapons license. If I had a felony, I could not have that. Well, hell, give me a second. If it doesn't have mine, well, hell, everybody knows my address anyway. I'm going to show you guys this. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to cover up my address. Some people might not know it. But this is my concealed carry deadly weapons permit in Kentucky. So if I had a felony, I could not have that license because if you're a convicted felon, you are not allowed to own a gun. If you can't own a gun, you obviously can't have a concealed CCDW is what they, call it here. So I have no felonies. There is a video I made. It's called My Criminal Record or Criminal History and the Dangers of Doxing. You can go watch that video, and I explain my whole criminal record. I've been to jail one time. I learned my lesson. I got clean shortly after. Well, actually, I went to rehab right after jail because I said I can't do this. My daughter was young. People saying that I wasn't in my daughter's life for a period of time. That's true. I was an addict, but my addiction wasn't that long. And do I regret that? Absolutely. When I think about that, it breaks my heart because you can never go back and get the time you've missed with people when you're in addiction. I hear people talking about he has his 22-year-old son living with him. So who cares? What's the fucking big deal about that? I don't understand why that matters to these people that are in another state, in another country. If my 22-year-old son and his girlfriend lives with me, this is my house. I rent here. It's not my house. I rent here, but it's basically my abode and my domain. So if I want to say, hey, Ange, you want to come live with me? That's my business. I'm a 43-year-old man. I can do whatever the hell I want to do as long as it's legal. So who I have living with me is nobody's business. My son's girlfriend, she's at work right now. And I'm not going to say where she works because you guys would call up there, not you guys, but the lurkers that watch my videos and then demand answers from me when it's like this. I don't understand how people have the right to demand answers from anyone. That's like if I looked at, say, Eyes Are Blue right now and said, I demand that you tell me why your 21-year-old grandson lives with you. I want to know. I demand an answer. Who am I to demand that answer from you? I'm nobody. That's your business. What you do in your house, I might not do in my house. What I do in my house, you might not do in your house. The fact is, it's my business what I do. It's your business what you do. And if you would worry about your business and I worry about my business. Now, since the former mods are gone, you never see the PayPal, Patreon scrolling up the screen. I don't post it. If people want to do the super chat, that's on them. That's their choice. Okay? So I'm explaining this so you guys will know. It's my business, not yours. If I want my son to live with me till he turns 50 and I'm 70, it's my business. It's his business. We're both adults. My son just moved back from another state. Him and his girlfriend were living in Washington State, and they came back to Kentucky, and they needed a place to stay, while they, get work and get on their feet. And, they want to save up a little money. And they can do that here living with me because they want to get their own place. Uh, so I don't know. I mean, I can remember when I was 24 years old, I went back and lived with my mom so I could save money to try to buy a house. Uh, so I just don't understand what business that is of anyone but me and my son and his girlfriend. Um, thank you, lady. Yeah, it's true. It's really true. Uh, I seen something. Tricia says my son is 35 and he lives with me. I have 6 kids, so I'm pleased it's only one. I mean, I know a lot of kids, that still live with their parents. Yeah, I know. And Wayne, I thought about you the other night when Kentucky. I'm not going to rub it in because that's not the kind of person I am. Because when we lose, I don't like it. So, but it was a good game. We were down, 9 at halftime, and we came back and won. So, I mean, congratulations on a good game. They played a hell of a game. Hello, Kelly. Um, how are you tonight? Um, yeah, Kelly, I told everyone that pretty much that I'm kind of cantankerous, I'm contrary, I'm a little bit cranky and grouchy because I'm getting over my sickness. I'm pretty much just speaking my mind tonight. People say stop defending myself. I'm not really defending myself. I'm just speaking my mind. Don says, yeah, and you are a father, and that's what you do. I would take my son in or anyone, my kids, any day of the week. My 18-year-old son had his best friend living with us for 6 months just because. Don LL, that's your house, and that's your business. And that's like if I say, I demand to know why your son's best friend is living with you. I demand you tell me. That's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Um, this is my channel, and I'm going to do what I want. Um, when I first started my channel, I said, I didn't want to block anyone. Come to find out, a lot of people were being blocked out of jealousy. You guys seen the message. If a girl would ask a question that was flirty with me, they would be blocked. Um, and people say that I can see when they block people. I'm on StreamYards. When they block someone, I don't see that on StreamYards. I don't. I could probably go back and watch the replay through the YouTube um, um, control room, but who wants to go back and watch an hour and a half of their self from what they've just said? Who I don't know. Um, okay, Shirley K, you have a good night, and again, thank you for all you've done. I miss it. So I just don't feel, like somebody demands an answer from me. I don't feel like I owe anyone an explanation. Cassius, you know as well as I do, you donated money to my PayPal, and I never asked you for that. Um, the first donation you gave me, and I don't mean this in a bad way, because if you have 1,100 subscribers, you don't know who everyone is. I didn't even know who you were in the chat. I just seen that somebody had sent me a thumbs up and a PayPal donation. Um, so it's like, say for instance, if Kelly had a YouTube channel, and I loved her channel, and for 2 months I gave her $25 each month, and in the third month she done something that pissed me off, and I said, well, you know what, Kelly, you pissed me off. I don't like you anymore. I want that $50 I donated to you back. No, that's not how it works. Uh, I just don't understand the how you guys come to that conclusion that that makes me a con man or a scammer when you guys donated and then ask for it back. That just doesn't make sense. Master My Fate says this may not be a popular opinion, but you give thanks to those that have spoken out for you and not those that have supported you silently or criticized on Facebook or not agreeing. I will be messaging you. But you give thanks to those that have spoken out for you and not those that have. Well, Master My Fate, you're right. And I apologize for that. Thank you to the people that have supported me silently. You're right. That's my fault. Um, and I apologize for that. I want to thank everyone that has supported me silently or on the front lines or in the middle of the crowd. I appreciate it. You say it might not be a popular opinion. I respect your opinion. So I thank you and thank everyone that's supported me silently. And thank you for pointing that out that I've missed that. I appreciate that. I really do. So thank you. Um, Mox, the other day there was a rocket launched to study the sun solar orbiter. Okay. Um, Andrea says she don't get involved in the drama, but she still supports me. So thank you. Appreciate that. And says Jerry, poor broken heart Cassius, dragging old saggy bum around. Now he lost his brawn. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. And Tricia says, I'm glad you're getting this out. You can't do any content because you have to keep explaining yourself. It's not okay that people are so nasty. It's not, and that's one of the reasons I'm explaining this tonight, guys. Um, I'm kind of glad I came on in a cranky mood. They say that there's three people that will always tell the truth: children, drunk people, and people that are pissed off. And if you think about that, that's pretty much the truth. Uh, I'm not saying I'm pissed off, but I am a little cranky. Jerry says, read my last message. Let me go up here and find it. It might take me a second. Okay, here it is. To see how bad they was stirring around when they was having withdrawals from your lives. It was like their lover had stopped talking to them. LOL. Yeah, that's funny. Kelly says, just walk away. That's the normal thing to do. And I will say this. Megan says, being sick makes me irritable AF personally. And I agree with that. I will say this. Me and Kelly's had this conversation many times. Now, if you truly cared about someone, and this is just for an instance, let's say I'm on my channel and Kelly is my head mod, okay, and there's 3 or 4 other mods. Okay, if she truly cared about me and really wanted to be the head mod and help the channel, instead of gathering personal information, emails, and giving them to someone who then forwarded them under a just made up email to 50 YouTube creators, hoping that they would put all that out there. Some of them did, some of them didn't. And I appreciate the ones that didn't. That was very hurtful. If Kelly, and this is just hypothetically here, guys, if Kelly done that, if she really cared about me and she was my friend, she would have came to me and said, "Look, I've seen these texts, I've seen your emails. I don't agree with this. It will come to light. Um, I'm telling you now because I care about you. It needs to stop, and I'll stay with the channel. However, if it continues, I can no longer be your head mod, and I will walk away." If you care about someone, that's how you would handle it, not by forwarding their private pictures that they shared personally with one person to the world. That's embarrassing. And like Stone Cold says, don't trust anyone. Carol and Brenner, if we had beers, we could slap them together and chug them. Um, so, you know, just to put that out there. Yeah, eyes are blue. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that's the only conclusion we can come up with. And guys, those messages are not tampered with. Kelly can vouch for me on that 100%. She's seen those messages when all of this first started. I did not want to put those messages out there. I did not want to hurt anyone. But eventually, when you're in a smear campaign, you have to start putting stuff out there to show that it's contradicting what they're saying about you. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess you don't have to, but basically, I just wanted people to see what really happened, and really, I didn't. You can ask Ange. Look how long it took me to show what really happened. Because I wanted them to move on, and I wanted to move on, and just be, you go your way and I'll go mine. You no longer like me, that's fine. You no longer want to support the channel, that's fine. I haven't been on much here lately. I've been sick. A lot of this crap's been going on, and it's just, it's just irritating in a lot of ways. But you guys, you keep me motivated. So many messages. I mean, when I get up and it says I've got 11 notifications of people asking how I am and just checking on me. That's very kind of you guys to do that, and I appreciate that. And Cassius said my apology wasn't sincere, and it should have been through an email. Hey, maybe it should have been. I apologized. I prayed about that, and I apologized, and I repented for saying that. And that's all I can do. He has the choice to accept it or not accept it. That's on him. I did what I needed to do to clear my conscience of what I had said. And when people said, the mask slipped, no, uh, it's like when someone keeps poking and prodding you, and they just keep poking and prodding you. Like if you're beating a dog and you've got him in a corner and you're beating a dog, that dog's eventually going to, snap back and bite you. And that's basically what happened. They just poked me till I finally just said something I shouldn't have said. And I apologize for that. And that's on him, whether he accepts it or not. Um, I never should have said something like that. That's on me, and I take responsibility for it. I said it, and it was a terrible thing to say. And I wish I could take it back. I mean, how many of us in the room right now wishes they could go back and undo something that they've done in the past? I'm sure it says 94 people's watching. I'm pretty positive that there's 94 people that has at one time or another said something and said, "Damn, I wish I hadn't said that." Um, so And says, I had those messages for a while, just waiting for Braun to allow them to be published. I was good to finally show the real situation. And they were embarrassing for Braun, but he stood by it. And Ange, we've had conversation too. I did not want to out anyone. For however long she was the mod and then became the head mod, she, Carol, if you personally message me, I'll tell you. I really don't want to say it again. I don't even want to say it probably in a message, so I probably shouldn't say that. So I just don't want to say that again. You might ask somebody else what I said if they want to take, and it's nothing against you. Please don't think that's the case. Um, so they said at first I was a genuine guy, and then I changed. I don't know. I mean, the channel grew, and from the beginning, I said that's what I wanted to do. I just don't understand. So, and I was talking to somebody outside of in the real world, as I call it. I call it YouTube in the real world. What I do in the real world is my personal life. What I do on YouTube is what you guys see. Uh, they're two different entities. YouTube is one thing, my personal life's another. Um, if you're worried about my personal life to the point that you message my ex-wife and ask information about my minor children, I would say that you're the problem, not me. And you know who I'm talking about. I know your name. I know where you work. I've got pictures of you. I don't want to release them. I'm asking you kindly to leave my family alone. Stop contacting them. Me and my ex-wife, we get along fine, but there is no reason you need to contact her about my minor children. That's the real world. This is YouTube. And if you have that much time on your hands, you really need to look in the mirror because there is something wrong with you, and that's the truth. Um, so that's how I feel about it. And I'm not going to say any names. The person I'm talking about here's the funny thing. The person I'm talking about, I put up on my Facebook page and said, we need to find out who this person is for legal reasons, because they're contacting my family or my ex-wife and asking questions about my children, and was I in my children's life, this, that, and the other. That's my business. It's not theirs. And what made it their business, I don't know. What made them think they had the right to contact them? I mean, what made them think they had the right to do that? I don't understand that. So yeah, it's kind of psychotic. I agree. And if you're on YouTube and you're to the point where you're contacting a creator's ex-wife to ask about their minor children, you might want to get help, because there's nothing right about that. Okay, nothing. Um, think about the person that I'm talking about. If they watch this, they know I'm talking about them. How would you feel if I contacted someone in your family and asked about your whole childhood? What gives me the right to do that? Nothing. You had no right to do that. That crossed a line. And why would you even ask about my minor children, my daughter, anyway? You're an adult. I know how old you are. And that, to me, that's a little bit eerie, the fact that you would contact my ex-wife and ask anything about my 13-year-old daughter. And I'm just putting this out here, guys, tonight because I'm cranky. I've just gotten over the flu. People say, "Oh, you probably shouldn't be doing this," but yeah, I probably should. And we are going to talk about true crime, but like I said, there's some things I need to say that's on my mind. I apologize, Mama Maggie. I do. We will get to true crime. But I just feel like I need to get this out of here, off my chest. There's a weight on my chest, and we need to move on. They need to move on. You no longer like me. Move on with your life. You live completely in another country. You're probably it's probably 1,000,000,000 to 1 chances you're ever going to see me in real life. Move on with your life. I mean, really, it's I can't. As people say, I came to YouTube to find out how to fix a table. Now I'm making videos bashing someone, demanding money back that I donated when I supported the channel. Um, how did you get there? Do you not even realize that you've kind of went a little bit off in ways? I mean, think about that, guys. Really, if I went to someone's channel and I got to the point where I'm like, I need to contact their family, their ex-wife. Uh, I don't understand that. Yes, Murray, the police have been contacted about that. They'll handle it however they want to handle it. I can't. Uh, really, when someone contacts someone, there's really nothing illegal about it. I don't guess. Um, but it's a little bit eerie. It makes you wonder why they would do that. Um, so and then I wanted to say this. This person here's what's funny is this person then went to another channel that's a very popular channel and told that creator that I was trying to dox her because she was a super fan of that channel. I seen it in the chat. The creator actually read it out. Fat ass Braun Moxley. And so basically, this person was trying to get another creator to attack me because I was trying to find out why they were contacting my family and asking questions about my children. So, and Kelly knows about it. There's a lot of people that know about it. And like I said, I don't guess there's anything illegal about it. I talked to the police, and here's what the police are going to tell you: just walk away from YouTube. That's what they'll tell you. Just walk away from YouTube. If it's bothering you that bad, just walk away from YouTube. To me, it's just like, just for instance, Christy May here. Just me take her out of the blue. Let's just say she makes a comment one night in the chat and it pisses me off. I go and find out who she is and contact her family. What gives me the right to do that? Nothing. And I know I keep repeating myself, and I really just need to shut up. Like I said, I'm cranky. Um, and it just needs to stop. Move on with your life. If you call me a scammer because you donated to my channel and now you no longer like me, that makes no sense whatsoever. Move on with your life. I'm moving on with mine. Hell, this is YouTube, okay? Where people can come on and do a live. They can make a video. It's a platform. YouTube has put something on their platform. Oh, I'm just playing with you, Chris. Your name was there, so I just picked you out. So I'm sorry about that, but they put the super chat button on there. I didn't put it on there, and if somebody hits that, what can I do? Jump through the screen and tell them not to do that? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, he's on there saying he had the flu so he can get people to donate to him. You guys are my subscribers. If I let you guys know that I've been through a sickness, it's not because I want sympathy and want you guys to donate anything to me. I just want to let you guys, my subscribers, know what's been going on. You know, I hear people say, well, he's doing money to get this. And then they'll talk about they need a computer or something, just anything. They do the same thing I do, but, they pick apart everything I say. And I don't know if it's where the channel grew so fast or whatever. Um, I don't know. Hey, big baller, how's it going? Um, all right, Wayne, I think before you jump off, give me gotta go take a shower and grab my washcloth, and we'll be on the same level. Wayne, I appreciate you, my fellow Kentuckian. Um, Sorry about your team's loss. I'm not the kind of guy that rubs stuff like that in. So it was a good game. You guys definitely have a good coach now, and good recruiting coach. I heard this. I don't know if it's true or not. Before they hired Calipari at Kentucky, they actually offered Rick Barnes the job, and he declined it. Well, he was at Texas at the time. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but that was the rumor going around here in Kentucky. But you guys have a good coach. He's building up a good team. We're talking about the Tennessee Volunteers. Wayne Fain is a fellow Kentuckian, but he's a Tennessee Volunteers fan, and I'm not going to hold that against him because he seems like a good guy. So that's how it is. I don't know. I have a video for you guys to watch now. So we're moving on. I got a lot of shit off my chest tonight. I'm not answering anything else. Just leave me alone about everything. I don't owe anybody anything. I will never, ever, ever. If somebody emails me and says they have an electric bill that they can't pay, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't help you because of the stuff that's happened. And Ange, here's the thing. Those emails, I thought they were in my Gmail account. I ended up finding them in my Yahoo account. And I showed them to Ange. So the girl's electric bill that we paid, I have the emails for that. So it is what it is. If I've done anything illegal, I'm sure the police will contact me about it. And so it is what it is. But the thing about it is just, move on. I'm moving on. You move on. And just let it be. Just let it go. If you want to have a channel and make content, great. I have never told anyone not to watch a channel. And I've never told anyone to watch a channel. Well, actually, I have recommended a few channels. So I don't want to, say that. But I've never told anyone ever to, hey, you should unsubscribe from that channel. Here's the thing. If you like a channel, watch that channel. Stay strong, ignore the haters, and happy Valentine's. Marie Ciaz, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Thank you. Just a little story on Valentine's Day, guys. And this is not for sympathy, for anybody to donate money. I'm just telling my subscribers, the people that like watching me and listening to me, just a part of my life, something that happened. On Valentine's Day in 1997, my dad passed away. So Valentine's Day has always been, anytime I've had a girlfriend or been married, Valentine's Day was always hard. That's a day where they really want to do something and celebrate. And then you think that's the day your dad died. So it's always been like a difficult day for me. Valentine's Day, my dad will be passed away for 23 years. And I was 20 years old when he passed away. And so in my lifetime, my dad has been gone longer than he was here, because he's been gone 23 and he was here for 20. Um, I said, I tell my daughter, I said, she's a lot like me. I'll try to tell her a story, and she don't want to hear it. And I'm sniffling, not because I've snorted a pill. For you people that say that, that is the farthest thing from the truth. Um, I seen one comment where somebody said they seen white powder on my nose. If you might have seen white powder on my nose somewhere from 2009 to 2011, maybe. But I guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, God strike me dead right this minute if you have never seen powder on my nose during a live. And if I jokingly say I have just done a line of cocaine, it is a joke. And I'm obviously still smoking my cigarettes. People said I got a strike for smoking my Marlboros. Here's my Marlboro. I did not get a strike for that. They come up with some of the shit that I think, what? I'll see something on YouTube that they've said about me. Um, and believe me when I say this, guys, I don't go watch these channels. I don't. I really don't. People will send me clips in my messenger. People will send me clips in text, and then I see it. And these things that people say, I'm just like, what? It's the farthest thing from the truth, but yet it's being said. And the sad thing is that somebody out there, well, more than one person, believes it without any proof. It's like this in court. If I accuse somebody of a crime, say for instance, I'm the prosecuting attorney, and I accuse somebody of a crime, it's up to me to prove that that person did it. It's not up to them to prove their innocence. You see what I'm saying? Now, I challenge anyone. I challenge you right now to go back and find a video of me with white powder on my nose. You won't find it. I do sniffle a lot. I have allergies bad. I'm not going to lie. I touch my face a lot. They say that's a sign you're a liar. I never heard that. I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me that. I do touch my face a lot. um, I mean, who comes up with this stuff? I don't know. Some of it's funny, some of it's aggravating, but it is what it is. But like I said, honestly, just you move on with yourself, and I'll move on with myself, and we can all. I mean, isn't that what it's about? Living a positive life. I mean, if you make negative videos every day, you're wasting your life. People say, "Oh, you did parodies of AD." We all had fun doing that. And I thought it was so funny when Mel made the statement that she came up with every idea for my parodies. That is the farthest thing from the truth. But I'll be honest with you guys, I won't lie. She came up with one idea for my parody, and I did it. It was the one where I had the robe on and walked in with the candle and ate the cake. She came up with that idea. That's the only one that she came up with. The others were either ideas I got from you guys or content I actually got from watching his channel. So, and that's I gave her credit for one. So, if she did it, why would I not say it? She did do one. So there you go. Um, when they say this stuff, I'm just like, my gosh, where does this come from? But anyways, I have been keeping up with the Gannon. I was touching my nose again. I'm sorry about that. Let me light my cigarette because I've been sitting here holding it forever. Get my strike for this, right? So there I'm smoking my Marlboro. Let me take a drink of my pop. It's a Big Red, which is an RC product. Let me carbonate my belly, my big fat belly. I think it's funny when they call me a fat fuck. I don't know where they get that from. I mean, from what my doctor says, I'm actually what I'm the height and weight I'm supposed to be. So I don't know where they get them. I mean, yeah, I might have a gut on me, but that's from drinking a lot of beer back in the day when I used to drink. Trisha donated $14.99. And she says, I am so pleased you did this live and vented. I can hope you move forward and enjoy YouTube again. Just JoJo says, a cute fat fuck. Seriously, you look fine. Thank you for that. I appreciate all you guys. Let me put the donation back up because I do appreciate that. I forgot what I was saying. So, anyways, the Gannon Stout case, it is a sad case. 11-year-old boy's been missing for 2 weeks now. His mom came out and made a statement, a press release today, and I've got that video pulled up for us to watch. Do you guys have you guys seen it, or do you guys want to watch it? I know some of them say my channel's boring because I read an article verbatim or I show a video. But I mean, a lot of people don't have access to some of the stuff that we can show. Big Red is my nickname, says Angelina. You have red hair? I guess so, if you're called Big Red. I mean, hit the like button, y'all, or even hit the dislike button. Either one is actually good. Elysian Field says, you're perfect the way you are, big and squishy. Actually, I'm not squishy. I got a belly, but I'm not squishy. I'll be honest with you. Pretty, for my age, pretty solid. Not bragging, anything like that. I don't consider myself a fat fuck. If they want to consider me that, that's up to them. Mel needs to look in the mirror, and Cassius looks to have a 10-year-old's body. Yeah, the Scottish or tough guys. Tough guys come out. Wee. Ronnie boy. A wee. And just FYI, Cassius, if you watch this, I'm just going to be honest with you. I can't understand a damn thing you're saying. So the only thing I can understand that you say is when you say Ronnie boy or we and all the other stuff, your accent, you talk so fast. Just to be honest with you, I don't know what the hell you're saying. So just FYI. But like I said, if you move on, we'll all move on and we'll move on with our lives. It's me, says pics or you're lying. Well, there's pics of me out there, believe me. Quite a bit of them, apparently. Yeah, they like the Kentucky hillbilly. I'm called a hillbilly. It's just unbelievable the shit they say. And then the funny thing is that they'll attack me and say whatever the hell they want about me. And then if my subs come back and take up for me and say, so, oh, his subs are out attacking people. No, they're not. They're standing up for me, that they believe in me. So big deal, move on. Somebody said he's a puny wee gobshite. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what that means. I put it up on the screen, but I don't know what that means. Anne says, I kind of love those hillbillies. Hee hee hee. Well, Ange, I'll tell you what, it's a hillbilly nation around here, okay? And just to let everyone know, in Kentucky, we do wear shoes. A lot of people think that we don't. Um, Trisha says I don't mean to be horrible, but I am pleased I missed the photos. I am pleased you did too. Um, those photos were shared personally between me and another person. I shared photos with her. She shared photos with me. She went to Mel for advice, and Mel talked her into giving her everything, and then Mel held the photos. I know for a fact. Uh, Mel through the messages. It's almost like like when somebody done something, but you just don't want to believe it because you trusted them. It was like that because there was a day we was having a conversation, and I'm just straight up with you guys. I'll tell you what I said exactly. It was me, Cassius, and it might have been Sarah, but we had a 5-way conversation going in Facebook Messenger. And I said that Grumpy Granny was just as crazy as I was. She just hit it better. There was 3 people that read that message: Cassius, Mel, and Sarah. And I mean, as soon as I said that in that Facebook Messenger, Grumpy Granny messages me and said, "Well, you've messed up now. You've pissed off the wrong person. It's the gloves are off." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she quoted me the exact words that I had just said in my personal conversation with my mods. And I was still sitting there thinking, this can't be true. It can't be. But and then people say my story's changing. No, my story's evolved because I've realized what's happened. At first, I didn't want to believe it. I thought somebody had hacked me, but no, it was a person I trusted. And this is going to affect me for a long time because a lot of you guys have asked me if you could be mods, and I hope that I don't hurt anyone's feelings, but I'm just scared to death to make anyone a mod, and that's sad, really. But anyways, uh, and I hope I haven't offended anybody by not making you a mod or anything like that. Hopefully, in the future, um, I can gain trust with some of you guys that do want to be a mod, and we can work something out. Hello, Norma. How are you tonight? Um, so, anyways, that's dirty to. And the person I had the messages with, I'm not holding it against her because I feel like she was also manipulated by Mel, um, and you know she was manipulated by Mel. Mel talked her into showing all the messages between me and this girl, and then I think Mel gave all my photos and stuff to somebody, and then they sent out a mass email. That's what I'm convinced. 99.9% sure that's what went down, and it is what it is. You can believe it. You cannot believe it. That's up to you. You can think I'm a, a predator because I had an adult conversation with a lady that was 3 years older than me. You can also say that I groom people. I don't know where that came from at all. I don't think I've ever groomed anyone. Um, a lot of you ladies know we've had chats privately, and you can vouch for me that I've never spoke out of the way to any of you. Uh, Me and this person that had this conversation at the time, we both liked each other, and it is what it is. And I honestly believe that she was manipulated. And they said, well, she had a mental illness. From what I understood, she suffered from anxiety and panic disorder, which is the same thing guys, I told you I've suffered from that in my life. Um, Sometimes it's been really bad, and sometimes it's not been so bad. So for them to say I took advantage of her, because she has the same conditions that I have. I don't understand how they can say that. Um, we both had the same conditions. So why don't they say that she groomed me? I mean, wouldn't that be the same thing? If she's got the same condition I have, and we're both talking, did she groom me? No, she didn't. And to say and they said that there was 17 that was going to come out of the woodwork. That never came to anything. It was just um, they thought they was going to go through my emails and find all these people when it was actually just me and one other person talking. And truth, that's what it is. And like I said, you have the choice to believe it. You have the choice to not believe it. We're all adults here. You can do whatever you want. So I live in a country that's free. Some of you guys live in other countries, and what you do is, it's up to you. What you do in your house is your business. And my son just messaged me. Okay, my son messaged me. Yeah, somehow it became 17 women. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, guys, we're going to watch this video. It's the press release, the statement that the stepmother came out with today. From what I understand, the police have told her, and I guess the other people, not to speak on this, from what I understand. And then she came out today and released this press statement. So we're going to watch this, and then we'll see where we go from there. And I'll have to turn my comments on my phone. So let me know if you guys can hear this. Hear this.
We undeniable.
And breaking news this morning in the disappearance of 11-year-old Gannon Stock.
We're hearing exclusively from his stepmom, the last person to see him before he disappeared. Fox 31's Nicole Fierro. She's been following this since he went missing, frankly, and it's been a long 2 weeks. So what do we know? What is she saying?
A very long 2 weeks. I spoke with her on the phone last night. She says she's getting criticism online from all over the world and even death threats. But in a statement exclusively to Fox 31, Letitia Stout starts by thanking the people who have been searching for Gannon. First and foremost, I would like to thank all agencies, volunteers, and community members who are working diligently and
So just to let you guys know, I'm going to go back to where they start reading this statement. This is the statement. What I'm going to start at is the statement from the stepmother.
Volunteers and community members
who are working, because I want you guys. When the blue screen comes up, that's when the stepmother. Here it is, right here.
First and foremost, I would like to thank all agencies, volunteers, and community members who are working diligently and praying endlessly to bring Gannon home safe. Thank you to my husband, who has stayed strong through this and protected our family to the best of his ability, and our immediate and extended family members throughout the East Coast. To Gannon, please come home soon, because your daddy is waiting to watch the new Sonic movie that comes out this week. And the cool shirt I got you to wear to the theater, it's in your closet. She told me social media has been devastating, and that it has been a challenge when people are trying to run you off the road, waiting outside your hotel, threatening to kill you, etc. She's asking the sheriff's office to take down some of the pages on social media. Fox 31 got this video from a neighbor who said he turned it over to police when he saw that Gannon didn't get out of Letitia Stout's truck on the day he went missing. Stout tells me Gannon was in the truck. Please don't think for a second that there isn't enough of technology to determine shadows and movement around the truck. There was also proof from my phone that we had taken a selfie in the truck in our driveway that was time-stamped. We always send pictures to Albert when we are out and about when he's away. And Stout's also asking people to send in tips about suspicious cars or people in the area. I'll have that part of the story at 6 and 8, but a very long statement addressing so many different points that we've been wondering so much about. We've been wanting to hear from Ms. Stout, and she said she felt that her safety was at risk, so she wanted me to read this statement, but she wanted to address several things in this case.
So what's next? I mean, the search is still on.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's still active. Has that shifted? Has that changed over the past couple of days?
Last we talked to the sheriff's office, they told us that it is not shifted. Tips have increased. They aren't drying up. So they are actively doing the searches, but now in more narrowed areas based on tips. I sent them this morning this statement and asked them to comment on this because she brings up new things in the investigation we haven't heard about before. So we'll get into those at 6 and 8, and we'll tell you anything if they get back to us and address those statements.
He's still saying pretty tight-lipped about this case. Obviously, you don't want to compromise the
Exactly.
investigation.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much at stake. There's an 11-year-old boy, so I understand that they don't want to tell us much. And this mom, you know, wanting to agree with that, but she said she needed to fill in some gaps because she's getting these death threats. And we'll have that full statement on our website, kdvr.com. You can read the whole thing in its entirety. So go check that out right now. It's up there.
Nicole, thank you for that. Huge.
All right. So, you know, guys, I'll tell you this. If this is the case, you know, they're running this lady off the road, giving death threats. That's just unacceptable. She's not been proven guilty. She's not even been charged with crime. And I'm not taking up for this lady. Please don't think that, because a lot of people, you know, think this lady's guilty. But we have to remember she's not been charged. And if you're out there and you're running this lady off the road, you are committing a crime yourself. You are not the judge, jury, and executioner. Let the investigation run its course. It will be solved. You know, I honestly believe there's enough. You know, I have a feeling, and I don't know why. You know, I think this lady, the stepmother, possibly has, you know, maybe a sociopath. Yeah, I don't know, some kind of mental condition. When she released the first video where she had the back to the camera, saying she wants an apology when she's cleared. I think that is just something that's wrong with her, possibly, that made her act that way. We need to know how she acts at all times. That might just be the way she acts. We don't know. And then if they're, you know, people are running her off the road, sending her death threats. You know, Ann says she just don't understand what happened. Why did her husband kick her out? Wouldn't he have an idea if he's kicked? You know, they say that the biological mother and father are, I guess, living in the same house now, and the stepmother is staying at a hotel. And that this is bizarre to me. And, you know, she said she was denied an attorney. And then people came out and said, oh, she asked for an attorney. She's guilty. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you get taken into an interrogation room, it is a constitutional right. Ask for an attorney. The cop's job is to hem you up and build a case against you. When they read your Miranda rights, they say anything you say can and will be held against you. It doesn't say anything you say can and will be used in your favor. There's a reason the Miranda rights say that. They're not there to help you. And it, you know, look at Shane Carey. You know, we all condemned him, including myself, because of his statements, and look how that turned out. So we have to. These people are acting like the judge, jury, and executioner by running this lady off the road and giving her death threats. That's just not right. Being denied it, you know, they said that she said that the police wouldn't let her leave the room. They wouldn't let her use the bathroom. if this stuff is true, it's things like this. For instance, if she was eventually charged in this case, it sounds to me like she could possibly get off on a technicality and never go to jail because of how she was treated. If they denied her that attorney, if they would not let her leave the room when she was not under arrest or being detained, and she was only being questioned. And please believe that I am not saying that this woman is not guilty, and I'm not saying that she is guilty. I don't know. I know that there's an 11-year-old boy that's been missing for 2 weeks. And, that's one of the problems with social media. Look at the way people are attacking me. Now, look at the way they're attacking the stepmom. Why not use that energy to try to help find this child instead of attacking the stepmother? If you've got time to go and run her off the road, you have got time to go look for this child, in my opinion. Why not do that? Why not be proactive instead of trying to hurt someone? And say, for instance, you ran her off the road, there was a traffic accident, and she was killed. And come to find out she had nothing to do with it. Dodie, I think from what I heard, she has asked for a lawyer. And somebody made a statement in the chat that another creator has came out and showed shadows on the other side of the truck that shows a passenger did get out of the truck that day, that they're saying he did not return home. I have a gut feeling about this that the stepmother is just not involved, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, if her attorney, here's the thing: if she has an attorney, the first thing he needs to do is tell her to shut up. There's nothing you can say that's going to help you, especially if you have a personality like she does, where she talks probably too much. And it's probably hard for her if she, has that problem with, talking too much, kind of like I have. But she's been all over social media, being ugly to people and giving so many different versions. I will only believe law enforcement, not somebody who is only trying to clear her own name anytime she speaks. Yes, man, I agree with that completely. Why would the bed of the truck be closed when she left and down when she returned? Good question. And she's right, in her statement when she says, don't they have the technology to enhance this video to show? She's saying that they have a selfie that's time stamped in the truck that where they're sitting in the driveway. And if that's the case, I don't know if that can be manipulated. I'm sure the FBI has the technology to find out if it is manipulated, surely. But that would definitely be in her favor if she has that photo. And if she has that photo, I mean, why hasn't she showed it? That'd be another good question. Why not release that photo with your statement you released today? That would probably help you a lot. But then again, we have to look at her personality. If her personality and character is the kind of person that she might be, the kind of person that gets defensive about everything. You know what I mean? Those kind of people that are just defensive right off the bat. You say something, boom, they're defensive. If she's that kind of person and she acts like this to everything, that's why you always need a baseline on how somebody acts. We learned a lot from the Shane Carey interview. We learned a lot. We learned a lot from the Chris Watts interview. Look at Chris Watts, guilty. Shane Carey, not involved. And look at how we, even myself included, condemned him. And, I feel terrible for that. And that's bizarre bizarre to me. It's odd to me that the father is living now with the mother, and the stepmom is staying somewhere else. That there's just something odd here, and I know law enforcement is they have a lot more information than we do. They have a lot more third authority, jurisdiction, everything. So let me put this up on the screen for you, Jerry. Randy Leach, Linwood, Kansas, Facebook group, in search of Randy Leach. Please join our group. Private message me on Facebook or on Braun's True Crime page. I need everyone's help with this case. Dirty police cover-up. Satin B says, look at the video about her on Plunder, hollering at this poor little boy about an accident, dropping a candle on the carpet. It's so sad to hear Gannon cry while she's freaking out on him. Yeah, if I haven't seen that video, but I will. I'll go watch it after the live goes off. Yeah, I posted it up on the screen, Jerry. Okay, I'm not familiar with this Randy Leach case, but after the live tonight, I'll try to do some research on it and find out some information on it. If you want to write some stuff up, Jerry, just a brief summary of what's going on, I'll put it up on the screen, and then I'll become more familiar with it tonight after my live. I agree, Just JoJo. We need to let law enforcement do their job. People saying that video of Gannon crying is truly heartbreaking. Somebody shared that with me, and I haven't watched it yet. He also says he's bleeding. I see how somebody shared the video. Kelly says she's familiar with it, Jerry, since she's from the area. I'll message you so I can join. Yes, you're welcome, man. And like I said, I'll try to get research on this and find out some more information for you guys. And Jerry says we have discussed it. Well, I'll just, Jerry, just to be honest with you, I've been down with the flu for probably the last 4 or 5 days. I really haven't. The only one I've really kept up with is Gannon's Stouch. And I apologize for that. I just haven't seen anything, and I'm sorry for that. I've been on a couple of times and made a couple of comments, and that's about it. I couldn't make out Gannon saying he was bleeding. When somebody shared it with me, it had the description that said, that he says he's bleeding. I haven't watched it yet. I wanted to come on tonight and do a live, and hopefully do if my schedule permits. A lot of time, guys, just to let you know, my work schedule, if it permits me, sometimes I'm not able to come on and do a live. So please just know that I'm going to try my best to be on, and if I do work and things like that. I can't stay on YouTube all day long. I know some people do and can, and that's great if you can. Elysian Field says go to Plunder on YouTube, so Plunder channel. She is very good at breaking down at what's going on in Gannon's case. So if you guys want to check that out. Right now, no one is at the family home. No one is comfortable staying there. And that'd be a little odd too. He was supposedly cut Saturday in the garage. Don't know if that's a stepmother excuse or if it really happened. Well, guys, here's another thing. If that could be a reason, if she knows there's going to be DNA evidence of blood that could be her way of, I can't think of the word I'm wanting to use here, but to have a reason for his blood to be in that area. That could be, who knows. Um, I hope we find out. I hope they find this child alive. The longer he's, gone, it's not good. So, prayer helps. People, a lot of people don't believe that. I do believe prayer works. And so I'm praying for the safe return of this boy to be home with his family. I can't imagine, him being out in the outside somewhere. He would have to be, to me, he has to be staying somewhere, maybe with a friend. I mean, it's just it's kind of like the Daybell case with all the twists and turns of the case. Tricia says, I need to go and do housework. I'm glad you had an event, Braun, and I hope you feel 100% very soon. Bye for now. Yeah, I hope so too. Like I said, I feel out in the elements. Yeah, it's me. That's what I was thinking. I feel a lot better today. I know my voice is rough. My eyes are red and swollen. My eyes hurt really bad. And it's just from a lot of rubbing them because, they've been itching me and stuff. I don't know. I might have some kind of allergy going on too or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's another thing I think about a lot is do channels like mine and other true crime community channels, if we hurt cases, with our, basically like armchair, not talking about armchair detective channels, talking about people being armchair detectives on social media, how that affects law enforcement's ability to investigate a case thoroughly. Does it hurt? That I've thought about that a lot. Yeah, bye, Trish. You have a good night. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, it could be, Alicia. I just know my eyes today are red and swollen, and they hurt. They hurt really bad for some reason. I do wear contact lenses, and so maybe I need to take them out and wear my glasses tonight. I just know my eyes are really hurting bad. And I'm sniffling, but it's not because I've snorted anything. And I challenge anyone to ever find any white powder on my nose in a video. It's just not there. T talks about the cut on his foot and that statement she released to the TV station. They don't read the entire statement in the video, but in the news article, you can read it. And Kana, however you pronounce it, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I bet there is another video of Gannon leaving with the person who law enforcement is trying to track down, thus the hush up on social media. Satin B Simone says, absolutely agree with you about the YouTube creators may hinder the investigation. And you think about this guy's armchair detective. And I'm not putting him down for this, guys. Don't get me wrong. If he watches this, I'm not putting him down for this. But just think about the we don't like talking about the Watts case because of the Rusek family out of respect. But just a little information to compare how these creator channels like mine may hinder an investigation. You think about when they're investigating the Watts case, probably how many letters and phone calls they got from people on YouTube channels, YouTube creators telling their subscribers to contact a certain police department with a letter. Think about that, how much time they have to, put on reading these letters, taking these phone calls. do they hurt? Do they hinder? Do they help? I've thought about that a lot. How these channels like mine and other channels either help or hinder these investigations. And if you say, for instance, you have a popular channel and you've got 50,000 subscribers, and 30,000 of them write to that police department, 10,000 of them call that police department. Think of the time the effort they have to put in to answering these calls, reading these letters. So that's just something that I think about sometimes. I don't know if you guys ever think about that too. But it's the world we live in. It is what it is. What can we do? It's not going to change. I don't think YouTube's going anywhere. YouTube true crime people, they're not going anywhere. So it's just something that probably law enforcement in this day and age is going to have to deal with, in my opinion, because I don't see it changing and only advancing more. With more people doing channels and things like that. And but anyway, guys, I've been on for almost 2 hours. I felt pretty good today. Thank you guys for all the get well wishes on my Facebook page and messages. It does mean a lot to me to know that people care that much about me, and I do care about you guys, regardless of what these trolls or haters or turn traitors, Benedict Arnolds, whatever you want to call them, say. We're adults. Believe what you want. Form your own opinion. If somebody tells you something about somebody, don't immediately believe it. Find out the information and form your own opinion. That's what I've always done. I used to work at a place where they said that the human resources manager was an asshole and he wouldn't do anything for you. And I didn't want to believe that at first. And come to find out, he treated me, he was probably the best human resources manager I've ever worked for. So form your own opinion of somebody. If I had believed these people and went to him with the attitude that, he's going to be an asshole, that might have hurt the relationship from the fact where he was so good to me. Every time he saw me, hey, how you doing, Mr. Bach? How you doing today? Ain't good to see you. It's extremely nice. I was nice to him. And I don't know why, a lot of times when people get mad at you, maybe he wrote somebody up. They was mad at him and they started a rumor. And I just don't understand. But anyways, I'm going to go get some rest, probably take me some NyQuil and get some sleep. I hope everybody's had a good night. I hope you've enjoyed the live. It really went a lot of different directions tonight. But I got a lot of stuff off my chest, and I feel a lot better about getting a lot of stuff off my chest. I do have more stuff. I have all the text messages, everything from all the conversations. And like I said, I don't want to put them out there. I want everybody to move on, go their own way. And I just deal with it. But anyways, I'm going to get some rest. I will try to be on regularly. I do, work, have a job. Sometimes I come home tired. I come home, I'm dirty, just anything. So if I'm not on tonight, don't worry about me or anything like that, guys. I'm fine. These people aren't going to take me down. I'm a lot stronger than they probably think. And they probably mistake my kindness for weakness. And that's probably something they should not do. But anyways, I do love you guys. I care a lot about you all. I appreciate the super chat. I love spending, a couple hours talking to you guys. Even if we didn't talk a lot about true crime tonight. Hopefully we can, move forward and do that in the future. But anyway, guys, it's me, Ange, Genji, everybody, Kelly, all you guys. I know I'm not mentioning everybody. Please don't think it's intentional or I'm not thinking about you. Jerry, Eyes Are Blue, Christy May, I pulled you out of the crowd earlier. All you guys, thank you for being subscribers and supporting the channel. And, hit that like button. That supports the channel too. It shows YouTube that you like what I put out. And if you hit the dislike button, it also shows YouTube you don't like me, but you're still watching. So, hey, it is what it is. Love you guys. Good night. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow night. Probably, if I do, it'll probably be around 7:30. Jeannie, good night. Lara, good night. Kelly, good night. Good night, everyone. Dodie, Ange, love you guys. Hopefully, Simone. I'm just reading everybody's name off as they come up. I know I'm going to miss somebody. Please don't be offended. It's hard to keep up with 4,000 people. But you all have a good night, and hopefully we will see you tomorrow night. Tammy Nelson, good night. Good night, everyone.